Edwin Wilson says we need to understand that human sexuality is first a bonding device and only secondarily procreation. I think that's true. This matters because our evolved sexuality is in direct conflict with many aspects of the modern world. The contradictions between what we're told we should feel and what we actually do feel generates a huge amount of unnecessary suffering. My hope is that a more accurate, updated understanding of human sexuality will lead us to have greater tolerance for ourselves, for each other, greater respect for unconventional relationship configurations like same-sex marriage or polyamorous unions, and that will finally put to rest the idea that men have some innate instinctive right to monitor and control women's sexual behavior. Thank you. And we'll see that it's not only gay people that have to come out of the closet. We all have closets we have to come out of, right? And when we do come out of those closets, we'll recognize that our fight is not with each other. Our fight is with an outdated Victorian sense of human sexuality that conflates desire with property rights, generates shame and confusion in place of understanding and empathy. It's time we move beyond Mars and Venus, because the truth is that men are from Africa and women are from Africa. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, a question for you. It's so perplexing trying to use arguments about evolutionary history to turn that into what we ought to do today.
Sure.
You know, I could give a talk and say, look at us. You've got these really sharp teeth and muscles and a brain that's really good at throwing weapons. And if you look at lots of societies around the world, you'll see very high rates of violence. Non-violence is a choice, like vegetarianism, but it's not who you are. How is that different from the talk you gave?
Well, first of all, the evidence for high levels of violence in prehistory is very debatable. So, but that's just an example. Certainly, you know, lots of people say to me, just because we lived a certain way in the past doesn't mean we should live that way now, and I agree with that. Everyone has to respond to the modern world. But the body does have its inherent evolved trajectories, right? And so you could live on McDonald's and milkshakes, but your body will rebel against that. We have appetites. I think it was Schopenhauer who said a person can do what they want, but not want what they want. And so what I'm arguing against is the shame that's associated with desires. It's the idea that if you love your husband or wife, but you still are attracted to other people, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with your marriage, something wrong with your partner. I think a lot of families are fractured by unrealistic expectations that are based upon this false vision of human sexuality. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Thank you. Communicated powerfully. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yes.